Hello everyone, welcome on back to Moss Valley. Alright, so first things first, I want to get the buffalo milk sold today. It's at a fairly good price and it's starting to go down, it looked like, so probably a good time to get it sold. I think the trigger's over here, if I remember right. Been a little bit since I sold it. Yep, over here. I know last month, obviously, we were doing a handful of contracts. I'm not sure if we'll be doing any today. They still have a ton of hay. We really don't have much of a need to do more for hay for a little while, but I don't know if we'll be doing many contracts today. Oh, I thought I corrected this. It only sells right on the edges, though. I think I noticed that on the other one as well. Yeah, it's like right on the edge for some reason. That's where it sells. Seemed a little bit better there, so maybe it's in a better situation now. Yeah, that was, what, $31,000? So not too bad there. We have one field that we do need to get spraying done in. The wheat field down there, so we'll be doing that here shortly. Then we also have the soybean harvest, which I'm thinking I might try the John Deere on the trailer. I know in the past it's pretty rough to use it even with the New Holland, so it might be nice to at least try it, see if it's a little bit better perhaps that way. It's a lot more horsepower, so maybe it's a little bit better for, pulling up hills and stuff. And I was looking at the pigs. They have officially reproduced now. So now I'm kind of just keeping an eye on their price. Like, I don't really know where they max out at. But right now they're just over $1,000. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it, see if they keep going up or not. If they go up next month, then we'll keep them for now until they eventually top out. But they have officially reproduced. I would assume they're gonna cap out soon. Then, actually, does it tell me in here? It might tell me in here. We'll look at pigs. Well, maturity's 6 months. I don't see any sort of thing for like the exact time when they're max price. Which I don't even think cows really say. It says 18 months for maturity, but I don't think that's when you sell them. So I'll keep an eye on it, see when they kind of max out. I'll likely have to add a little bit of base food in here to get their health up, because I added a little bit here and now they're still 93%. Probably do that when I have the trailer out, maybe. I'm going to get the steering assist lines on. Make this a little bit easier. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any contracts today. When I was looking before, the bale wrapping's probably the most enticing one, and then obviously fertilizing wouldn't be bad either. But obviously you got the cost of material in there, and all of a sudden is it that great of a deal? Oh, these just popped up. Must deliver 47,000 liters. So it's a 50,000 liters total. I'd have to keep on top of that pretty well. I think I won't do any. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. Maybe if I have a bit of time, I could do the Deadwood one, because that one's really easy. But the thing with the bale wrapping is that has to, no matter what, it's going to have to be done by me. As far as I know, you can't set up a worker to do bale wrapping. I wouldn't even know how that would work, I guess. Normally, obviously, workers kind of go off of a line. So, not sure how you would do that for bale wrapping. So I would assume it's something I would 100% have to do. And if I'm working on obviously doing that harvest, then, you know, maybe it wouldn't get done. If we have a good amount of time, it's still there, you know, why not? But, you know, I'm not going to accept it thinking there will be time when I'm not sure. I still have to get the daily writing done for Thor. Let's get this one going down this side. This is a fairly tight field, especially on like these upper pieces. I didn't have to spray it last time, so because we plowed it, and once you plow it, obviously you don't have to then spray it. There won't be any weeds after plowing. I know I used that a lot in Survival's Challenge at the beginning there. I didn't want to spend the money on, you know, buying a hoe or buying a sprayer and the chemical. I already had a plow from making the field, so just keep doing it, and you won't have weeds then. No different than, you know, cultivating, really, outside of not having weeds. Just have a direct drill, and it's really not any extra steps then. Well, I think I'm just going to do a short little time lapse. We'll just get this whole field sprayed. It shouldn't take too long, so I'll check everyone once the time lapse is done.
I know that fortune favored you with treasures I don't hold, and though the shine is dulled, that's how I'll always think of you. You were a young one then, but everyone begins.
Alright, so we're on the last little bit here for spraying. Should be the last little bit, from what I can tell, at least. I think that's everything. It's hard to tell, but I will verify in here just to make sure. Yeah, that looks perfecto, so can't really complain. Alright, well, I'll check again at contracts just in case. Maybe something better has come up, but maybe there's something I can have a worker do, and then they can kind of just do it as I'm doing the harvest. That wouldn't be too bad. I do have to try to remember to get Thor's writing done. So I might do that in the middle here, because sometimes it's 50-50 shot I remember otherwise. I really wish bale wrapping could be done, but by itself. A lot of harvesting ones have coming up. I think it is like soybeans and corn harvesting, looks like. Cotton wouldn't be terrible. And you get a decent amount of can keep, over 1,000 liters. You get that offset on top. What is the current price of cotton right now? So we get an extra $3,000 on top of that. That's not bad. It's not bad. To basically be $9,000 in the end. And this can kind of just go on its own. I don't have to do anything with it. It's kind of nice. I'll be able to finish it out by itself and hopefully have, you know, no problems. All right, well, we're coming up onto the cotton field here. Doesn't look massive, so that is good to see. Shouldn't take too long then. Okay, good. There's gates down here, because I was about to say I'm not sure if we're gonna fit through those gates down there. There's a couple of points, I'm not gonna lie, it didn't fit very well down the road. There must be something here, because I hit it last time going to spray the one field. Right in that area. Alright, well, let's get tournament or automatic drop on. That should be the only thing I need. Then we'll let a worker go ahead and take it. Should be able to figure out. I won't grab the semi and everything yet. We'll just grab that towards the end and let them do their thing, and then we can just pick up all the bales. Alright, well, looks like they want to go down the middle first. I think they're skipping one edge. Okay. Huh. That's so weird. If they don't get the very outer edge, then I guess I'll only have the outer edge to do, but something I'll have to keep an eye on. But yeah, I'll get the semi over there when I need it. Honestly, I think the New Holland might be best for grabbing the sorghum out of the silo. It's a little bit of a smaller tractor. It might fit through there a little bit bigger. A little bit better, I should say. Alright, let's get a little bit of sorghum in here. Not much. 1,000 liters. We'll do a little bit more than that. We'll grab 2. I'm not sure if it's going to fit 2,000. If it doesn't, I can put the rest into the chickens. I know they'll take it at least, at minimum, so. Yeah, this should get them up high enough where these will actually have a health. Otherwise, they'll just stay at 0. Like I said, I have to keep an eye on... Wow, they didn't take that much at all. They don't eat through much, I guess. I'll just put the rest into here then. I know the chickens will eat it. Right, I'll drop that. Like I said, I'll have the John Deere do it, see if it's a little bit quicker on chasing. It's almost done with the pre-chamber. I'm curious how much the bales are supposed to be. I'm tabbing through here thinking it's going to tab to Thor, and it's not gonna. But alright. Doesn't take too long. Like I said, I basically run all the way down there and back. And it's a full 100% then. Yeah, we'll get this harvest done. I think I'm going to try to remember how much this is. And we'll sell whatever this harvest is. We'll still try to obviously keep a good amount of soybeans on hand, just for pigs mainly. But we'll actually be selling some then. That was something that I think throughout last 2 harvests, basically, 2 harvest seasons. A lot of the crops we haven't sold. We've kept them for animal purposes. I think that's part of the reason why the money got so low last month after the tractor buy. I wouldn't think it'd be normally that low, you know? You wouldn't think so, because we've, sold how many goods normally. But in this case, we haven't sold that much. We should have a ton of bread, too. There's a lot of flour in the bakery, and it's going through a lot right now, so... Good to see, good to see. They'll likely be working away on that. I would assume through a lot, most of next year maybe even. Like 80,000 liters in there. It's a lot. Yeah, this did not progress the writing percentage as much as I thought it would. I would assume by the time we get back to the pen it should be 100. Yep. Yeah, that's like 80,000 liters in the bakery right now. I think the last time I checked. To be made into bread, so. Come on, there we go. Like I said, I'm still not sure when like Thor would be sold. It's $1,600 right now. I don't know what they max out on. Probably gonna basically. Oh, I guess there's a puberty actually. Um, Older than 22 months can reproduce. So maybe I have him reproduce. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but yeah, there is a lot of flour. There's 6,000 liters of flour over in this production still, I think. Yeah, and then there's 75,000 liters in the bakery still. All right, let's hop over to probably the John Deere first. I'll get it hooked up to the trailer. Then I'll hop into the combine and we can start working on the soybeans. I assume this is going to be a little better. Okay, they're doing on the outer edge now. It looks like a full bale is going to be about, I would guess, 10,000 liters. So we're talking probably 2 bales out of this, it looks like. Based off of the estimate in here. It only says how much you have to deliver, I guess. But I want to say it was 1,000 liters to be kept. So it'd be about 2 bales. Alright, let's get the combine fired up. It's been a little bit since we've had a harvest. Like 2 months, 3 months, but pretty soon it'll be sitting all winter long, so till spring for. Well, actually, it's not even spring for canola or anything. We have wheat. That's July, and then canola, which is also July, August. So it'll be like summer, late summer almost. That's probably still midsummer at that point. Well, yield is looking really good still. I didn't check the pH beforehand, before planting, so that's good. It's still good. It'll probably be a tad lower, the yield, and overall just because it's been a little bit, but this is still 97, so this jumped up a lot, probably because we actually did it correctly. The only thing holding it back is this field, and the only thing we have to do in that field still is cut it. If we cut it once, it'll go up to probably 99, I would assume. The thing holding it back is nitrogen, and we did fertilize it after last time we cut it. So it should be good. It's going to take a little bit to get there, but whatever, we actually need to cut it again. Who knows when that's going to be. We don't go through a ton for the water buffalo, it doesn't seem. Well, I think I'm going to get this a little bit closer to the field. That way I can probably empty into it as I drive by. But I'll go ahead and start up a time lapse for the soybean harvest. It might be a pretty long one. It's a pretty sizable field, so I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
We're just children, heaven was a dream away. Running from monsters, I wish I could say that the keys that you were searching for and the giants of the past have turned to dust. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late. It's never too late. say that the keys that you were searching for and the giants of the past have turned to dust. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late. When we were just children and heaven was a dream away, running from monsters, I just wanna say that the keys that you were searching for and the giants of the past have turned to dust. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late.
All right, well, the soybeans are just about done. A little bit missed there, but not too much. I'll get this all finished up. I'll have it unloading, and then I'll check out the cotton. Looks like there's 2 bales total, like I kind of figured. Obviously, there's a partial one in the baler, so I'll have to get that emptied. Then I'll probably go and grab the semi, even though that, I really don't know if that's going to go down the road very well. I really don't think it's going to go down the road very well. I think I might just grab my own trailer and just put them up on there with super strength, because I don't think that semi is going to make it down there. That would be a really long trailer. Be far longer than this, I would assume, with the header trailer. And there was numerous times I got caught up on things and had to move it to via super strength. So it might just be best to grab my own trailer and just move it that way. See how much extra money we'll get then. Obviously, should be about 1,000 liters, I believe it said, according to the one screen, but that may not take into account, obviously, precision farming. So maybe it's a little bit less, a little bit more. Ooh, there's a little bit mist in that corner, so we'll want to get as much as we can, honestly. Based off of how much is in here. Okay, there's 2 bales. Okay, there's 2 bales. I was a little bit worried. It's like, based off of how much is in here and how much is in a bale, we're going to be way short. But no, there's plenty extra. Plenty of extra. I'm pretty sure I have the partial bale mod, so I should be able to unload this. I'm just going to double check to make sure I got everything in here. Be easiest this way. Yeah, that looks really good. So then there'll be plenty of extra then. Like I said, I think it's 10,000 liters of bale. So we'd probably have like 3,000 liters extra. Yeah. We'll have a lot of extra then. And we'll just grab my own trailer. Like I said, I think it'd just be easier wherever I put it. Where did I put it at? Oh, right here. It's a little bit shorter than obviously a semi would be, and trying to get around some of the fences might be tough. That's kind of my concern. So, as not realistic as it is, it might just be far easier than obviously dragging a semi down the road via super strength. That might be, no matter what, both ways wouldn't be very realistic. So there's a couple of points with the cotton harvester. I thought it was, I had to get a little run at it. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Surprised it still was able to harvest the field. It was pretty. It's scraping. It was scraping a lot. These are really big bales, so they don't look that big until you put them on the trailer. Then you're like, oh wow, this is massive. Like a regular round bale, you could fit 2 of them side by side probably on here. I would think it'd be probably hanging off a little bit. You can see we'll fit 3 on the bottom. Yeah, they're a lot bigger than your regular bale. They're worth a lot more money too. I think this might be the first time I've done cotton in I know I've done cotton, yeah. I was trying to think here. It might have been the first time I've done cotton in 25, but I did do a little bit in Riverbend Springs. Because we did rope, the rope factory. And we used cotton for that. I know I had enough money. I bought my own cotton harvester, so we're doing pretty well. Yeah, in theory, it should be about 3,500 liters extra, because it only needed 18,000 liters delivered. Now, there's 21,000 liters on here, almost 21 and a half. It's a little bit more than what it even said we were probably going to get to keep. Which makes this even better of a contract to do. Be a really good contract. I'm just thinking how much is going to be extra on top of the $6,000 we'll get for doing it. Right. We'll see how well this does. You just roll slow. Yeah. Oh, the one sold. It's taking a little bit here and there every time I drive over. Alright, there we go. Honestly, no clue how much I made there. Oh wait, that was one that was $10,000. I made a lot from that. I just realized I made a lot plus environmental score. I didn't even think about that. Sold bales, 15 grand. So we'll get this collected, our 6 grand for that. So yeah, that was a very good contract to do. Well, I'll get all the soybeans and stuff put into the silo off camera. It looks to be, it's going to be about 110,000 liters. That's what I'm kind of seeing. So I'll try to keep that in mind. I might just leave decide, I'll just leave 100,000 liters of soybeans in here when I go to sell. So maybe we'll sell some of what's already in here. Well, no, we'll bring it down to like 75,000 liters. Something like that. Because this already has a full trailer in it, which would be about 50,000 liters. So I'll bring it to like 80,000 liters in here. It'd be about what was already in here. If that makes any sense. I'm trying to only sell what I get from this harvest. So if I leave about 80,000 in here, that should be about just this harvest. We'll end up selling the rest of it, I'm assuming, eventually. Because I highly doubt I'll end up using all that for pigs, but I'd rather have it on hand, and if I need it, I have it. I don't have to worry about making sure I plant soybeans that year or something. I just already have it on hand, and I have a lot of it on hand. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.